Hi there, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to another episode where I review films currently in theaters. Today I am talking about the recent Damien Chazelle movie, Babylon. Babylon is about four characters during the end of the silent film industry and the beginning of the talkie era in Hollywood. Those four characters are Sidney, played by Jovan Adipo. I apologize if I mispronounced that name. Who is this jazz trumpeter who makes the switch from playing behind the camera to in front of the camera. Then you got Jack Conrad, played by Brad Pitt, who is this big silent film star. You also have Nellie Leroy, who's played by Margot Robbie and is an up-and-comer in the industry. Finally, we have Manny, played by Diego Calva, who starts off as an assistant to Jack Conrad, but slowly moves up through the film industry. Now, this film has a lot it needs to accomplish by showing many different perceptions in a big part of Hollywood's history. Now, most people don't talk about the switch that had to happen during the silent film industry to the talkie era, and I'm very glad that this film takes that conversation, makes it front and center, and makes it very clear of the impact that switch had. And the best way it does this is by showing the many different characters and what they have to go through to change with the times. However, in doing so, this film does feel like it's trying to tell us a lot. And sometimes those messages do not always come through. This is pretty evident with Sidney's story. I like the story, but there's just not a lot of it. He doesn't get as much screen time as the other characters in the film, and as thus his story feels not as complete. Which is a shame, because I feel like if we focused more on that to make it more even with the other three stories, I think this film would have been really good. I actually like the other three stories in this film. I think they are done really well. I like showing how each character slowly rises and then falls. Some characters fall quicker than others. Other characters fall a lot slower, and their rise is a lot slower as well. And I really enjoy that. Now, I also really like how they showed the differences in between the two different types of industries. The silent film industry was very chaotic in nature, and they were worked under really chaotic conditions, as opposed to the talkie industry, which was more of a controlled environment because it had to be precise. This is showed in two very different scenes where we see one scene where we actually get to see a whole bunch of silent films being shot at once in the same area, and then another scene we show a talkie being shot in a very closed off set with precision having to be the top priority. I really like the contrast there. I also really like the characters. I feel like they were all written pretty well. I think that we actually get to see a decent amount of their lives, that we're able to feel like they are real people, and that is something that needs to be praised. This is helped by fantastic performances. Diego Calva, Margot Robbie, and Brad Pitt and Jovan Adipo are doing an amazing job in their respective roles. And they're not the only ones who are doing a good job in this film. There's a couple side characters who I don't want to really mention because I feel like you really need to see this film, who also do great performances. So all around, the performances really help sell this movie and these people as someone we want to root for. Then you have the visuals, and oh my god, the set design, the cinematography, the way the camera moves, everything about this film just looks so good. The costume work is perfect. Like I said, the cinematography is beautiful, and Damien Chazelle knows how to work a camera and gosh darn it, I love it. Every scene, I just loved the way it was shot, the way everything was shown off. I really gotta say, this is probably my favorite set design and my favorite like costume work I've seen all year. And finally, we have the musical score done by Justin Hurwitz. Justin Hurwitz is a genius. I love his musical scores. I loved him in La La Land. I loved him in Whiplash. I loved him in First Man. I love his musical scores. Oh, God. And this one is just amazing. I love the jazz themes that he's able to put in, and the way that Damien Chazelle uses music in his movies is just brilliant. I have heard a lot of complaints about this film, usually because they feel off about the first 15 minutes where they're okay, this is kind of a spoiler. There is a joke that's more of potty humor. It's a elephant taking a dump on a dude. And yeah, when I saw that, I was a little taken off by it. But it didn't ruin the movie. Because it's also the first 15 minutes of the film. Of a 3-hour movie. So the rest of the movie is spectacular, in my opinion. Is this Damien Chazelle's best work? No, La La Land still exists. So that's never going to happen. But it's still really good, and I really recommend it, especially if you're into old Hollywood, if you're looking for anything that talks about the silent film industry and the change that it had to undergo. I really like this movie. And I think it's great for any film fan or film historian fan to take a look at. At the end of the day, I give Babylon a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this one, guys. What did you think about it if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.